Manuka oil in our beard oil is going to
Wow.
kill all those germs. It's going to kill MRSA. It's going to kill herpes type 1, type 2. It smells amazing. It's got a great story, and it helps to bring native forest back to the country. I'm sure you've got great beard oils, but do you want to tell that story in your barbershops?
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How you end up from a direct to consumer product, which it was the products for the oil for the hand, to actually become a coach and a consultant in B2B, which is from left to right. What happened?
That's a really good question. Yeah, there's a lot of water that went under the bridge. And I think I'd like to answer that, but just to say on that, in case anyone's wondering, my business is just to make money. I just invest in property, and there's no trying to make the world a better place for it. That's perfectly fine. Business can be a vehicle just to make you money and to let you do what you want with your life. It's bringing your dreams to life. It doesn't have to be all about social good and giving back. I think to explain how I transitioned from B2C products designed for end users that are wanting to, and trying to build giving into the supply chain, to a B2B service coaching that is all about making profit, was that I realized that I found it was better to separate out the business and the charitable activities. Some people would come to me and say, oh, you're just greenwashing by wanting to support native products, that, what, and I felt a bit weird saying, buy my product and give me this margin, and you're helping the environment, when really like 90% of the benefits coming to me. That's fine, that's perfectly okay, but it wasn't my approach. So I decided, let's have a business where I can do a really good job for clients. I can make good money and make them good money and excellent service. And let's have a charity where we help the environment. And there's a little bit of crossover in the middle. There are clients that I have who are environmental charities, who I might do it for like 30% of my normal rate. There are clients who are charities that I do it for free. There are clients that are charities that I pay my contractors and my team to do work for them for nothing, because I care about them and I believe in their vision, and they might be protecting a species, and I really get along well with the owners, or the trustees of that charity. So I'll help them. But yeah, I think just realizing that I was trying to lump my whole life into my business, and my business became my whole life. And I thought, well, actually, we need a bit of boundary setting here. So my coaching is about coaching. My charity is about, our charity, it's with my partner, Anna Finch. Our charity is about charity, and my life is about my life. And I haven't got that balance quite right yet. I think a lot of business owners will claim that they do, but really you're still up at night thinking about your business, or something that went on, but we're trying,
Wow. And then kind of, because honestly, the if an startup, right, can manage the right strategy to bring more B2B to the business, it's a fantastic way to grow the company, right? So tell us a little bit more about how you work with your clients. When your clients come, let's say that I have a startup, I have a tech startup, I don't have so much credibility, but I need my product is only B2B mainly, and this is my client. And how gonna get a client to pay me 100,000, to pay me 200,000, if what I have is just the startup, and we are 6 people in the team, very passionate about it. We can do the job, but these people don't believe us to spend 200,000. This B2B strategy, they don't believe us to pay 200,000 on us. So how can we build that out? How you will coach this type of company?
So there is a bit of context dependent here. It depends what you're offering, who you're offering it to, and how established you are. Is this something you just started, and you're new to it? did you buy an online course and decide that you'll be a marketing consultant, or an AI guru, or have you worked in this industry for years? You've got a network and you've got connections, and you're simply going out on your own. There's a lot of foundational questions there, but I think to answer it, how would I go about getting credibility? If you've got existing customers that are really happy, ask
Yeah,
them
the
if you can do a
company,
case study.
Callum, imagine that the company, let's say the company White Ball, yeah, the company White Ball developed this product, which is a white ball, and
Yeah.
now they want to sell this ball B2B, yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
they want to sell this ball B2B, but they don't have enough credibility, and they know that the ball is good that they produce, but they don't have enough credibility, and they don't know how to enter the B2B world. So how you coach these entrepreneurs? They
I
have a
get you now.
product,
Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Sorry, I was thinking about B2B services, who we focus on. We do a bit with B2B products. What I would say is, can you get a single customer? Can you make it an absolute no-brainer for them? Make it completely risk-free. Look, you can put it on consignment, or you can sell it with a really solid money-back guarantee, give them good margins. You might even say, hey, we're going to make these margins a bit higher until we're established, and then the margins are going to go down, but we expect you to promote it. Get the relationship with the right person. Look, one client in a B2B product business is not necessarily the same as another client. You can have one client that does $1 million, or you can do 100 clients that do $50,000. Find the relationship. Ideally, find someone who already has trust with the market. Let's say, for example, when we had the Manuka Essentials, our best-selling product was beard oil, as you can see, um, and basically it nourishes your beard. So we went to barbers and hairdressers, and we sold it to them. Now, I could go into a barber who was the cheapest on the block, who just turned around 5 customers every hour, and they didn't do a good job, but people came for a quick, cheap job. And when I tried to develop relationships with people like them, they weren't the right fit. So I could sell them the product. They'd be upset because it's not selling through, because they're not talking about it, because they say, "Oh, I've got a cheaper one over here." On the other hand, I had someone in Brisbane, and he was from the same town as me, where my product was made. And he believed in quality. He believed in native plants. He was, an expat in another country. He did high quality service, and he said, get the right stuff. And so that one relationship, he sold so much more than almost people that were 10 times his size. He sold more because every customer, he would put it on them. He would say, try this out, recommend it, refer it, promote it. If anything went wrong, I would be right on that case to fix it. And so if you're coming back to a B2B, you're wanting to break into the B2B market, try to find someone that aligns with your values, that has your audience. Like, think about, are they serving your audience, or are they serving an audience like yours? Because the more narrow you can get on exactly who your ideal customer is, the better. And then remember that once they get results, you can then leverage that. You can use that as a case study or a testimonial, and you can take that to other people in their situation. If you're just getting started, and this is a low value, $40, $50 ticket item, so it'd be a lot different to if you're selling a machinery like a truck. But I think that's a good place to start. Is don't try and get 100 customers tomorrow. Just try and get one, learn from them, learn what they need, listen to their feedback, and then adapt based on that. And I can tell you other stuff, but the customer's the one that knows.
So Callum, but some people will say that it takes the same effort to go and to the barber shop to offer the product to this barber shop owner, that take the same effort to find a franchise with 100 barber shop and do the
Yeah.
same operation B2B. If this is really true, that is the same effort, or a lot goes into the equation before you have certain foundation to approach a B2B, right?
I mean, you
Like
can
the
go to a
owner of the
franchise with,
barber shop, for example. So
yeah,
is
go
it's
to,
as easy as it seems.
yeah, go to the barbershop with 100, a franchise with 100 barbershops, but make sure that they're the right type of audience for
Same
you. Because
approach. I understand
if the
100% now what
barbers
you're
that are
saying.
on the ground aren't recommending that product, and the people aren't actually behind you, You can have 100 and it doesn't matter. But if they're the right people and they're getting behind it and you're educating them and that they're buying what you're selling, great.
Okay.
But focus on the
Okay, let me
qualitative
ask you the
before the
question
numbers.
then. So, Callum, what would you say if tomorrow you had the owner of 100 barbershops here in front of you and you need to offer in your product? It's B2B and you know that's going to make a huge difference. Yeah, you still have your startup, you have your product, you're selling few barbershops, you hairdressers, but now you have in front of you the owner of 100 barbershops. So,
Well,
what would be your communication with him?
so the essence of what I would say is this. Your customers, some of your customers have beds, and as you know, beds are a a germ magnet. You touch doors, you shake hands, you handle money, you pick up, you rub your bed, you embrace your children, your wife, your husband, and then you pass these germs into your home. What's that worth? Manuka oil in our bed oil is going to
Wow.
kill all those germs. It's going to kill MRSA. It's going to kill herpes type 1, type 2. It smells amazing. It's got a great story, and it helps to bring native forest back to the country. I'm sure you've got great bed oils, but do you want to tell that story in your barbershops?
Wow. I'm 100% that the guy will buy into this. 100% guarantee, yeah. So in the end of the day, kind of is to have clarity, what's your product, have your pitch ready, and have the foundation, have that training. Because I don't think
Yeah,
that some lots of entrepreneurs that I talk out there, they don't talk like you for about the
but
product. They will shake when he finds someone that have 100 barbershop and they know that if they hit this contract, it would be very good for them. But I don't see them speaking with this confidence, with this clarity, with the about the products. So
yeah,
what's the message you have for those entrepreneurs?
I'll tell you what. Everyone gets nervous when I was talking to a distributor that had thousands of barbershops and hairdressers. I was shaking physically. Luckily, they were
Wow,
really nice people. I was nervous before getting on this call. Every single podcast, I'm nervous for. Every sales
you're
call, I'm
doing
nervous for. But
amazing.
I'll go through anyway. And the other thing is, I had a polished pitch to you just then, but that's after hundreds of times saying this. I had 70 different iterations over 12 months of my product to get it there. I spoke to dozens of testers, friends, family, colleagues, hairdressers, barbers, listened to their feedback, spent thousands of dollars on it, designs, um, criticisms, complaints, to get to what I'm telling you now. So if you're at the start of your journey, I think we like to just jump straight to the results. And if you get to those results and you make $1 million on your first try, good on you. High five. Like, let me know when you're in town. I'll buy you a drink. But most times it doesn't happen that way. I think one thing I've learned over the years is expect to fail miserably, and anything better than that is a win. And if you can have that mindset that the world doesn't owe you anything, you know, if you stuff this up, you can go back to that person tomorrow as long as you don't burn the bridge. If you do burn the bridge, which isn't ideal, you can go to the next person. But if you learn, it's worth it. Um, I started in my in my professional sales career after I finished my marketing degree. I started selling carpets, floor coverings around New Zealand. I was tasked with calling on all the retail shops. We had a few hundred in our network that we serviced, and the other people in the business would do the commercial contracts. It was my dad's company. And I was so scared. I kid you not, for 2.5 years, probably the first 18 to 24 months, I would be shaking before going in there. I would freeze up. I would have panic attacks. I probably wasn't the best employee, to be fair. But, you know, you see I'm confident now. Know that there's so much failure behind that. And if you're not embracing failure, then I'd ask you, are you really invested in becoming a successful entrepreneur?